Hi Virgo, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name is Erica. Welcome to the channel. I'm so happy that you found me. This is your mid-March 2017 video where I intend on pulling 6 tarot cards for you and 2 oracle cards from some of my favorite Elena Fairchild oracle decks. I want to go ahead and remind you that we are under the influence of a Venus retrograde. I will have your Venus retrograde playlist pop up in the information bubble above in the upper right hand corner of your device or screen. And I'll also have like your March videos pop up in that information bubble. And at the very end, I'll have your 2017 astrology heads up video, give you an idea as to what will be playing out throughout the year of 2017 for you. That playlist has actually gotten not a whole lot of views, surprisingly. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with that playlist yet. But Virgo, this video is about you. I have shuffled the cards. I am cutting the deck now for you. The bottom card will always represent the underlying theme or overarching energy of this spread, however you choose to see it. The first card, or the top card of the deck, represents the present energy at hand. The second card represents the past. The third card represents the possible obstacles of the situation. The fourth card represents the possible help in the situation, and the fifth card represents the possible outcomes, because these are general readings. Now I am shuffling for you the Divine Circus Oracle deck by Elena Fairchild for my Virgo friends and viewers. Alright, I'm going to cut this oracle deck for you, Virgo. And get your oracle card. Shuffling the Crystal Mandala deck by Elena Fairchild. The artwork is by Jane Marin. And several people have reached out to me either in private email, in the comments below, or in messages on YouTube saying that they've actually gone out and purchased this deck for themselves. Also, look at the way that flame is dancing in the jar. Do you see that? I don't have any wind. I don't have any fans on. There's no air conditioner running, nothing. That is pretty interesting how that flame is just dancing. It's like it's trying to get my attention. Let me cut the deck for you so we can get started. Alright, Virgo, there is your Crystal Mandala Oracle deck card. What I'm going to do now is hit the pause button, flip these cards over, do the tarot math, and I'll be right back with your story. Hang tight, y'all. I'll be right back. Hi, Virgo. I'm back with your cards, so let's get started. The underlying theme or overarching energy of this reading is the Page of Pentacles. Now, this could be you or a message or a messenger. And I say that it could be you because this is an earth sign. And Virgo, you are in the earth sign family. The earth signs are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. So if this is not representative of you, then this could be dealing with messages about you paying attention to your money or putting a focus or emphasis on your resources as well. Resources don't have to just be money. It is anything that you would expend on another living thing or situation that you care deeply about. It could be your time, your love, devotion, your health, your wealth as well. If I had to put an age on the Page of Pentacles, I would say that he would be somewhere between 20 and 30 years of age or acting in that age group as well. Remember, this is the underlying theme or overarching energy of the spread, like I said, depending on how you want to look at it. The first card in the spread representing the present is the 5th card of the Major Arcana. This is the Hierophant card. The 5th card speaks to the 5th house on the astrological wheel, and that is the house that is ruled by Leo. Now, I just got finished shooting the Leo video, and this Taurus Hierophant card showed up here. So it may have some messages for you. It may not. The 5th house is ruled by Leo. It is the house of sparks, and it is the house where you have your DNA and fingerprints because it's where you have the most skin in the game. It is, when I say the house of sparks, it's the spark of life, the spark of love, and the spark of creation. It is the house where you go to blow off steam, and it's where you pleasure seek in your social circles. It's where you fall in love. It's where you create and make your babies, and it's where the artist creates their masterpiece. The Hierophant card in itself is representative of the zodiac sign of Taurus, and you just had Mars just moved into Taurus, and this is your 9th house. The 9th house is traditionally ruled by Sagittarius, and that is the house of your worldview expanded through study or travel. It is the house of foreign people, foreign places, foreign things, the study of foreign languages, astrology, philosophy, religion, legal system matters, political system matters. It is your higher education, adventures, and questing. This card is also, it embodies the characteristics of being determined, stable, or stubborn. It can represent dealing with authority figures or highlighting a spiritual or moral development in your life or in the situation. It could also be a search for meaning or the indication of the beginning of a spiritual quest or journey for yourself. Now, the card that represents the past is the 7 of Swords. The 7 represents the 7th house on the astrological wheel, which is ruled by Virgo, and that is the house, it's not ruled by Virgo, it's ruled by Libra. I'm sorry, you're Virgo. It's ruled by Libra. The 7th house is ruled by Libra, and it is the house of your partnerships and relationships and how you identify who you are as a human being through those interactions with other people. It is also the house of your counseling and open enemies. The swords represent air sign energy, and the air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. What's interesting is that this card indicates deception, theft, trickery, underhanded. This guy is tiptoeing away with the swords while everybody else is enjoying the festivities in this tent. And this, the way that it's laid out, I'm sorry, I was exposed to a lot of pollen this weekend, so my voice is a little weird and my throat is a little irritated. This 7 of Swords is actually looking back on the Hierophant, so it could be like either this Libra or air sign is looking back at a Taurus, could be dealing with the Venus retrograde that is going on for you or for everyone, because Venus retrograde brings back situations and people that we valued from the past. It may be a situation where there was some sneakiness going on, or someone has I really see this as like a lying card, a deceptive card. It could be that whoever or whatever the situation is representing the deception in this area, looking towards the Hierophant, it's seeing if this individual, whatever situation, seeing if this individual is going to be caught by this individual, checking to see if this person or institution, whatever, is watching what this individual is doing, is really the feeling that I'm getting most strongly while looking at the way that it's laying out. It may be like that if this is, and it could possibly be an Aries in your world. Whenever I see a red hat, I think of Aries. Red ruling, or red being fire. And what's interesting, could be an issue dealing with money or resources. This dude's wearing a red hat as well. Venus rules love, beauty, harmony, but also money and resources. The underlying theme or overarching energy of the spread is the Page of Pentacles in reverse, and that is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But look, this guy's wearing a red hat, so it could be like an Aries is in control of the money in some way, and maybe getting away with stuff on the sly somehow because this guy's also wearing a red hat. It could be the same individual, if you really want to look at it like that. But this guy's tiptoeing away and honestly getting away with murder in the past. The card that represents the obstacle in this situation is the Magician card, and this is the first card of the major arcana. The Magician, being the first card, rules the first house, which is the house of Aries. It is your physical body, your personality, and your appearance. When I think of the first house, I think of it as the house that is your physical embodiment, and it's how the world sees you. The Magician card is representative of the planet Mercury, and the planet Mercury is known for its thought, movement, and communication. So this card embodies the ideas of communication and thinking. Mercury has moved into Aries, and that is your 8th house, and that's where this Venus retrograde is going on as well. The obstacle here in this situation is that you may be overthinking, you may be making connections where there are no connections, or it could be that you are actually on the right path. For some of you, it may be that you're thinking too much about it, and for others of you, you may be spot on. It really depends on what's going on in your individual chart. But this card represents manifestation, law of attraction principles. It's because this magician has the cup, the wand, the pentacle, and the sword, has all of the tools at his disposal to make his reality come true. I also think of Scorpio when I see this card because of the infinity symbol above his head. Whenever I see the infinity symbol, I think of Scorpio. It also looks like the number 8, and Scorpio rules the 8th house. The obstacle here may be that you're having either a hard time with problem solving, or you are making connections where there really are no connections that need to be made. Like I said, it's one or the other for you, Virgo. There's a lot of energy in that 8th house. You've got Venus in the 8th house. You've got Mercury in the 8th house. Today, the sun moved into Aries, which is also the 8th house. And you're, at the end of the month, going to have a new moon in Aries, which is the 8th house. So, the Magician here, I feel like the obstacle is the need to you're either feeling like you need to solve all the problems, or there's issues in communication or issues in thinking. Understand that Venus will put those rose-colored glasses on you during the Venus retrograde and make you see things differently. And once she clears her post-retrograde shadow, those glasses are going to essentially be ripped off of your face, and the world's going to look completely different. Those situations that were rose-colored, seen through those rose-colored lenses, will be different. You'll see it differently. So, forewarned is forearmed. The card that represents the possible help in the situation is the King of Wands. And this is a mature, masculine fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Now, what's interesting is you do have not only Venus retrograde in Aries, but you have Mars moving into Taurus, which is your 9th house, which is the house of Sagittarius. So it could be that this guy or this situation, this energy, is going to be what you need to employ to help you get through, or help you best rectify what has come up in your world. He's courageous, he's brave, he's strong, he is unafraid to I see this guy as a lover and a fighter. He'll fight for what he loves, but he loves to fight too sometimes. And this individual, the way that the King of Wands is laid out, he's actually looking down on the Seven of Swords. So it's like he sees it for what it is. So you may need to either embody the energy of the King of Wands. Hopefully you have King of Wands energy in you, in your chart. Well, we all do, but some more strongly felt than others. But you need to employ the energy of this King of Wands that is eager to stand, defend, and fight. And if need be, to knock the Seven of Swords down. If you've got somebody from the past that's coming back into your world, and Venus retrograde is really good about that. With Venus retrograde going through the 8th house of intimacy, you could have past lovers coming into your world. Remember that your relationship with that individual, it came to an end for a reason. Remember what that reason was. If you ended on good terms, then maybe Venus and the stars and the universe and fate is allowing another shot if there's been some tremendous growth on both sides. But if it ended poorly and there's not been growth on both sides, then what makes you think that it's going to be any different this time? It's a good way to think about it. But this King of Wands, is the way that it's laid out, is actually looking down and can see this Seven of Wands, or the Seven of Swords, for exactly what it is and who it is. And while the I don't know why I keep wanting to say Seven of Wands. The Seven of Swords may be getting away with murder when it comes to the Hierophant. The King of Wands still sees what's going on and will hold this dude accountable, or this individual accountable. The card in the possible outcome of the situation is King of Swords. And the King of Swords, there's a lot of people showing up in your spread. A lot of people. You could be really reflecting on your relationships and partnerships, not just with one individual, but with several people, several valued relationships that you've had throughout, possibly since the last Venus retrograde. Who knows? King of Swords is mature, masculine air sign energy. The air signs are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. The fact that he's in reverse makes me feel like he's not seeing the situation, or has not been fully informed, or he just doesn't want to see the reality of it yet. Could be viewing the situation from a very subjective point of view, or the only point of view that he's been exposed to. This individual in the upright is very logical and understands the facts of the case and isn't afraid to defend the case. Probably has a case set up, but the fact that it's in reverse, it could be either there's miscommunication, which Mercury down here in the obstacle, could be miscommunication, or the fact that you're just way too much in your head. As well, Virgo, could be the thing. And you are very analytical. You are very much a mercurial sign. You are ruled by Mercury, Virgo. So it makes a lot of sense to me that miscommunication would be an issue, or the fact that you were overthinking things would be an issue. This guy in the reverse definitely makes me think that the outcome is the fact that you have been or will be overthinking the situation, probably surrounding this Page of Pentacles, involving that Venus retrograde in that 8th house. That 8th house is a very, very, very intimate house. It's the house of Scorpio. Hello. The house of Scorpio. The house of Scorpio is the 8th house on the astrological wheel. That is the house of very intimate cycles in life. It's the cycle of life, death, and rebirth, or birth. It is the cycle of transformation, regeneration, or metamorphosis. It is your primal, basic, or human instincts. It deals with other people's money. It deals with sexuality as well. And Venus going through there is reassessing your values in all of those areas. The obstacle could be a Scorpio. The obstacle could be Mercury. The obstacle could be you are too much in your own head. I did the tarot math for this spread for you, Virgo, and it ended up being 13. 1 plus 3 is 4, and that speaks to the 4th house. What's interesting is you are experiencing a 4th house transit of Saturn. Saturn, and the analogy for where Saturn is right now is perfect for you, Virgo. Saturn is the building inspector. He is the building code inspector. If the foundation of the house, wherever Saturn is transiting, if that foundation is not built to code, it will be torn down, it will be demolished, it will be knocked over, so that you have to rebuild it, so it makes you a stronger person, but you also will be able to be supported by that foundation. The 4th house is ruled by Cancer, and this is a water sign, and you may be dealing with water issues in your home, or mother issues in your home, because Cancer is the sign of the mother. You also the fourth house is the house of home and family. Home is where you live and where you consider home to be. Family is who you share that home with. That is your parents. That is your spouse or your partner, your children or your fur babies. That is your house guests, housemates, roommates. That is the structural foundation of your home. The studs, the foundation, the plumbing, the electrical circuitry, the roots of the flora and the trees around your house, the internal structures and foundation of your own body, meaning bones and teeth. Some of you may have been dealing with bone and teeth issues. Or you may be undergoing spiritual growth or spiritual awakening in some way, because the internal structures would be your philosophies, your tightly held religious beliefs, or your opinions. So yeah, Saturn transiting through that 4th house is knocking down things that are not built strong, that are not built to code. And this could definitely be playing out in your personal life, in your familial relationships, not just with your parents, but also your spouse or your partner, possibly with your children as well. Let me also remind you that we just got finished with the Saturn square Neptune, major power players in the sky that really influenced a lot of 2016 last year. So with Saturn in the 4th house, you've got Neptune in the 7th house, so it could have been a tug-of-war between work and well, not just work, but your partnerships and family. It could have been a situation where you may be in a relationship where your family doesn't like your partner. I know that that's playing out for some Virgos that I know personally. So that is the tarot math for you. You've got, like I said, Saturn transiting that 4th house, and 4 was the overarching number for the spread. Now, I pulled for you 2 oracle cards as well. The first is the 33rd card of the Crystal Mandala Oracle deck. It is the Ascended Master Helios in Citrine gemstone card. It reads, "Your time to shine," and it comes to you with the Crystal Master vibratory message 333. That message indicates that, well, it's really a time where the divine feminine meets the divine masculine for divine creation. It is the union of 1 and 2 to make 3, which deals with the wholeness. It's also indicative of learning and wisdom. And it asks that you understand that your spirit must grow in love and radiate love and be love. Now, heliocentric, that deals with the sun. The sun just moved into Aries. This is your 8th house, and we are experiencing the spring equinox today. Equal amounts of day and night, in theory. Hopefully practice as well. Citrine is one of the most abundant gemstones that you can have. It is a gemstone that draws prosperity and abundance. So one would think that this would be a lucky card, and it can be, but this indicates that it is more about you shining your light into the world. Think of the nursery, the Sunday school song, "This Little Light of Mine." Very much the idea of this card. For the lighthouse to be able to assist those in need, it must be able to stand alone and shine bright while surrounded in darkness. Marinate on that for a second, Virgo. For the lighthouse to be able to be of service, and Virgo, that is what you are. You are the sign of service. For the lighthouse to be of service, you must be able to stand in isolation, in solitude, in darkness, and you have to radiate your light so that others can be helped. That's a lot. That's asking a lot. But you have to trust that you possess an inner connection to the divine light of love, and this will sustain you through that night. And I think of Dark Night of the Soul when I think of that. You are fulfilling a sacred spiritual task to illuminate the path for those who are lost in the dark. You are earning your spiritual stripes, honey. Shine, baby, shine. Now, this is the 33rd card of the deck. 3 plus 3 is 6, and that speaks to the 6th house on the astrological wheel, which is ruled by you, Virgo. That is the house of work and health, or competency and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. It is the house of service. The second card that I pulled for you is the 41st card of the Divine Circus Oracle deck, and it's actually the box cover card art. This is Lady Luck. 4 plus 1 is 5, and that speaks to the 5th house on the astrological wheel. The 5th house is ruled by Leo. That is the house of your children, your creation, your social circle, and your pleasure seeking. It is the house of sparks, the spark of life, the spark of love, and the spark of creation. You are actually enduring a transit of Pluto in the 5th house. Pluto in the 5th house deals with very deep, very long-term transformational change. This is a 180 change, but it is something. When I think of the Pluto transit, I think of coastal erosion, because it's something that's occurring every day, but we don't realize it as we don't see it for what it is until we've got a meta perspective, either a above ground perspective, where we've got a before and after picture to see just how much has changed in that area. Now, Lady Luck, when Lady Luck comes calling or shows up in your spread, it means that your frequency is matching the mindset that life is conspiring to help you. Lady Luck is on your side, and a change of fortune is in store for you. A twist of fate, one that is meant to be. You're about to hit the jackpot, baby. And what's interesting is the 5th house is also the house of lottery winnings. So with Lady Luck showing up in this spread right here, right now, Venus retrograde in the 8th house, dealing with other people's money, which could be classified as lottery winnings, would be a good idea to buy a lottery ticket or two. You've got 2 really lucky cards showing up for you in the Oracle deck. I would put $1 or $2 down, I'm just saying. Lady Luck is conspiring to guide your golden ticket your way. She will visit you soon, and she will love being around you so much that she might decide to stay. Now, this does not mean that every Virgo that watches this video is going to hit the jackpot and will win the lottery. Your golden ticket could be that creative inspiration that you've been waiting for. If you're a writer, you could have been dealing with writer's block for 3 years, and you are now inspired to write your masterpiece. Your jackpot could be meeting that individual that changes your world in the 5th house. Lady Luck could actually be the person that changes your life. And she will only show up if your mindset is matching the frequency that life wants to help you, that life is actively conspiring to help you. It's so easy to fall into the trap of life is hard and life doesn't get any easier, it's easy to fall into that mindset. If you change your way of thinking, it is easy to also fall into the mindset of the universe is conspiring to make sure that I am well. The universe is conspiring that I have all that I need and all that I want. All that I could use for my higher good and those around me. Pluto transiting that 5th house with Lady Luck showing up. Like I said, I'd put $1 or $2 down. And if you happen to win anything, it sure would be nice to hear about it so I can congratulate you. Virgo, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. This is the last video that I had to shoot for this series, so now I can start on the April videos because I've already done the research for it. I've just been really lacking in the time portion of my life, so yeah. Thank you for being gracious and understanding that I do have a life outside of doing YouTube videos, and I do devote about 30 minutes a video to each of the signs, so that's a lot on my part. And I hope that the energy that I bring to this reading has in some way helped you or illuminated your path or given you some sort of insight into what may be going on in your world. Please take care of yourself, Virgo. Please be kind to yourself, and please save some of that kindness for others, because we're all going through private battles in our world that some of us may never speak about to another living soul. I'm going to get started on those April videos real soon. But first, I've got laundry to do. Real life, y'all. Anyways, take care. I'll see you soon. And thank you so much for being here. Namaste. Bye, y'all. And I love you.